So good morning, everyone. As Head of Sustainability at Omnicane, it's a real pleasure for me to be standing in front of you for this first-of-a-kind leadership conversation event at Omnicane. So my focus of today is going to be on the adoption of sustainability and ESG at Omnicane. As we all know that in the wake of increasing global challenges, sustainability is becoming central in terms of discussions and as well as decision-making processes in all spheres, be it at the state level, be it within the corporate world, and be it within civil society. And I must say that Omnicane has been in the forefront of early adopters of sustainability as one of its main foundation pillars that is today driving us in our journey from the past to the present and beyond. Our sustainability strategy rests on the three main pillars, which as you probably know, which is the environmental pillar, the social pillar, and the governance pillars. Under each of these three pillars, we have identified those aspects that are material. When we talk about material, it's aspects that are pertinent for us, Omnicane, as a business operator, but also for all our stakeholders. You will recall that the IFRS today puts a lot of emphasis on materiality exercise, and this is what we've done using the double materiality approach to look at how these material aspects influence our business operations, but also how our business operations impact on these aspects. Once we've done the prioritization of the aspects, now our objective is to minimize the negative impacts and maximize the positive outcomes in a win-win situation for Omnicane, for our stakeholders, and of course for the planet. Now I'm going to deep dive into each of the three pillars, and we are going to look at firstly in the environmental side and talk about the Labarack Integrated Clean Cluster, which is the true symbol of industrial symbiosis and the implementation of the circular economy approach. This model is based on the zero waste approach, whereby we are able to maximize resource use efficiency. We are also able to minimize wastage and also generate a range of products that have been enumerated by Bertrand and also Jérôme, but just to list a few of them: sugars, antioxidants, bioethanol, biofertilizer, beverage-grade carbon dioxide, energy, and also green cement. We are sure that with the innovative mind that we have at Omnicane, there's even much more that we'll be able to do and tap out of this cluster model that we have. Last but not least, to mention that this model is cited in a number of international forums as being one of the best practices, and last year it was awarded in the first environmental award that was organized by the Ministry of Environment as being one of the best practices in terms of circular economy adoption in Mauritius. Now I'm going to talk about the key sustainability frameworks and standards, because we can have policies, we can have good intentions, but you need those that are going to catalyze and drive sustainability across our operations. I'm going to talk about it at three levels. The first one is in terms of frameworks. When we talk about the Global Reporting Initiative, you know what it is. We have been early adopters of the GRI since 2010. The UN Global Compact, which puts a lot of emphasis on social and governance, and also Signature, which is the business pact of Omnicane, of Business Mauritius, which is about sustainability. The second layer is about a range of management standards, be it in terms of quality, energy management, health and safety, environment, and food safety. And the third one is a range of standards that we have implemented that guarantees the supply chain sustainability of our products that we are selling to our customers. And I must say that today there is much more emphasis from buyers in terms of supply chain sustainability, where they want to have the full traceability and ensure that all environmental, social parameters have been respected from the field to the fork. So just to highlight on the Bon Sucro certification for our sugars, We've been the first company in Mauritius and in Africa in 2019 to be certified to the Bon Sucre standard. And our next objective, in line with the energy transition, is to embrace the FSC Forest Stewardship Council certification for the biomass that we are going to use on our power plants to replace coal and to transition to 100% renewable energy. When we talk about corporate sustainability, it's also about social inclusiveness. And here I must say that Omnicane has been an early adopter of this aspect by creating in 2009 the Omnicane Foundation. And over the last 15 years, we've been working very closely with all our stakeholders around our objective, which is to promote inclusive growth and empowerment of the local community. And we have identified a range of areas in which we want to intervene so that we can have a holistic approach to our CSR actions. Just to talk about a few of the figures from 2023, we can say that we have a very impactful presence in terms of corporate social responsibility, with more than 60 projects that have been successfully completed in collaboration with other foundations, NGOs, and Force Vive of the region, with a number of projects completed in the different areas that we have earmarked as our priority. Now coming to governance. We all know that governance is extremely critical because this is what is going to drive leadership, is going also to drive transparent rules and controls, and also is going to align with the key requirements of our stakeholders. So in that respect, we have a very robust governance structure at Omnicane, where the board of directors, the CEO and executives are aligned so that we can have transparent decision-making processes as well as flow of communication in a top-down, bottom-up approach. The second one is board composition, where the focus is on competence, commitment, and also diversity. The third one is risk management, because today the risk management framework that we have put in place not only enables us to anticipate risk and to develop resilience, but also to tap into the underlying opportunities behind these risks. I will end by listing some of the key priorities in terms of sustainability going forward for Omnicane. The first one, Jérôme touched upon it, Jacques is going to elaborate more on it, is to transition towards 100% renewable energy. But it's not just about transitioning to renewable energy, but ensuring that this is done affordably in all social inclusiveness and also environmental stewardship. The second one is to assess our baseline greenhouse gas emissions. We know that today climate change and commitment to carbon reduction is a must. And in line with the energy transition, we expect that by this year we'll be able to establish our baseline and establish a gradual plan so that we can reach net zero in the near future. The third one, we've talked about the interest of buyers today for commodities that have sustainability credentials. So it is the priority for us to encourage other corporate planters and small planters within our factory area so that they can also embrace sustainability standards so that we can together move towards producing greater volumes of sustainable products for our clients. And finally, drive the adoption of strong ESG reporting frameworks in line with the IFRS. I think since we are already reporting according to GRI, we are not far from making this transition. Last year, we went through a full training for our board members, for the executive team, and also for the finance team on ESG. And this year, we are doing a gap analysis on our annual report so that we can identify those areas on which we'll be working so that we can transition to full ESG reporting in the very near future. So with that, I thank you for your attention. I've come to the end of my presentation.